Hey kids, so it is Multiplication Monday, and this week we are going to be focusing on finding the missing piece, okay, or find the missing piece. So we're going to be looking at two different examples. So the first one we are looking at, we're basically filling in the blanks, okay, so what is missing to make the equation true? So we're looking for, you're either going to be looking for the missing factor, and we'll label that with an F because when you do your problems, you are going to be labeling missing factors with an F, and you're going to be filling in that factor. And then when you are filling in the answer, it is called the product. Okay, so the answer to a multiplication problem is called a product. So you are going to fill in with, or you're going to label that as a P and fill in the product. So for example, let's solve this one. What times 7 equals 28? Well, I know that 4 times 7 is 28, so I'm going to label my 4. And then 9 times 6. So 9 times 6. I know 9 times 5 is 45. So 1 more 9 is going to make it 54. Okay, and that's basically how we're solving these. So these are your examples. So make sure that you have these copied down before moving on. Okay, all right, so you might need to pause that. Don't look at my super fancy nail job here, woo. All right, so now we are gonna look at some basic what's missing. And yes, I did pre-write my notes because I make way too many mistakes. So I thought, well, maybe if I pre-write them, I won't make any mistakes. So if you catch a mistake that Miss Boatwright makes, tell your teacher and get some bonus points. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and write these 4 down. Okay, so you're gonna write these 4 down, and then you are gonna be filling in either the missing factor or the missing product. If it is a missing factor, over here, you're just gonna label it with an F if it's a factor, or you'll label a P if it was the product that was missing, okay? And then, so these are gonna be some basic, and what I mean by basic, I mean like basic multiplication facts that you should know pretty simply. Okay, and then we are gonna move on to the challenge. So go ahead and write these down. Now on this first one, I did give you a little bit of a hint to get you started. And the hint is how many 18s do you need to make 54? So if you think that way, you could use different strategies to try and find this. Maybe you count 18 plus 18 plus 18 until you get to 54, or maybe you take 54 and you subtract 18s until you have nothing left to get how many 18s does it take to make 54. All right, so make sure that you get these written down. This is your practice slides. So you are going to just do this, fill in the blanks, and put your picture clearly on the slide so that we can see. No black screen pictures or pictures so small that we can't see it. Make sure that you have a very clear picture, and if you need to, have somebody hit the picture button for you while you hold it up very neatly, okay? All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.